Right then, you lovely people. Here we are again, Sunday. I didn't get a chance to upload the last video, which you probably would have just seen. It's just too much going on. It's too much going on and sorting stuff out, and yeah. But yeah, we'll get that uploaded today for you. So it's Sunday the, I don't know, the 2nd, and yeah, we're back up to the wooded area where I found the Henry II coin, circa 1139, I believe, which you'll see a picture of if you haven't watched the video from previous. I think it was 30 acres last week. 30 acres last week, and it's promised 80 acres this week. So I think last week was just kind of a test to see, you know, how we got on, and just, you know, so the landowner / estates manager could evaluate what we were like, basically. Because it's nice getting a chunk of money, I expect, but, you know, if your land's been left in turd order, then, yeah, I mean, these people don't really need the money, do they? I expect. So it's about 1 degree. The ground is frosty. Where I've been parked, I've just tried to go forward, and that ain't happening. So that's going to be interesting. But I think I can. Anyway, driving, blah blah blah. You've come here for the metal detecting, right? Very old estate, situated not 23 miles from where I live. That's all I'm going to give you. We've got area to the left of me now, which apparently was deep ploughed about 5 years ago, left to grass, and has subsequently been used for festivals and the like. We have areas to the right, wooded area, couple of acres of wooded area, which is where I found the silver hammered and the bunch of pre-decimal coins and the little silver. I think they're dreadlock. Well, they are dreadlock beads. What metal they are is yet unclear. There's no hallmarks on them, so they could be stainless steel, but they feel too light. But they're not silver, apparently. But when you do a Google search, they come up as silver. It's all very bizarre. I don't really know. I guess I'd have to get them checked out or do some kind of foil spit test, which sounds gross. Yeah, so we're just waiting for the go now. I don't usually start till about 9. It'll run until 4. Whether I'm here the whole day, I don't know. Because, yeah, the temperature is dropping. It was -2 when I left the house this morning. And despite the fact that we are quite high up, it's strange that we are warmer. But yeah, 1 degree. Anyway, folks, that's quite a long intro, to be fair. We've got the Knox today, the Knox 800, with the ML80 headphones as standard. We will be digging in Field 1, Neil Jones settings, and yeah, let's hope we find something. Wearing my hat today. I won't be able to wear it later, but hopefully I can dig out something that will keep my head warm. Righty, see you on the next, or the first. Right then, folks. Bear with. So we're 35 minutes in. First field was a first target was a bit of shrapnel, big chunk of shrapnel. Second target, shrapnel. Excuse me.
And then it was just because there was like 80 people in this field, it didn't matter what I did with my settings on the Minelab. It was just like 1,000 metal detectors were suddenly finding signals in my ears. Hey ho, stomped off like a child, and I'm glad I did. I am so glad I did. I'll flick you round, and we'll have a look at this little beaut. So we've got 12 signal out of that hole. Now, despite the fact there is a surface frost, the ground itself is quite sloppy, which is, yeah, it's great. It's very flinty, but it's very sloppy also. So I've come up to the field that we did last week, and I think I spent about half an hour on here, didn't find anything of any sort of consequence, but it's come up again this week. So out of this hole came this little target here. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you? It's a little cut half. There you go, look at that. Let me zoom out again. Wow, extreme closer. It's a little cut half, long cross, penny probably. Look at that. So that gave a, I think it was a 12. Bear with. 12. Look at that. Looks like holding a, do you know what, I am useless. I am really. I do this and profess to do it for the historical research element of it, but yeah, I am useless. I mean, that it looks like he's holding a scepter there, maybe scepter or a sword. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to date it, to be fair, and I'm sure there'll be, but that, look at that silver, ding 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 ding. Anyway, I'll stick it away safe. We're going to continue. I'll do this area a little bit more. We'll grid it. There's not a lot of people in this field, to be fair, but they found a silver denarius here last week. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think, well, we're a bit further around on the woodland, so I think that might be out of bounds. But anyway, folks, I'll see you on the next one.
Right, take 3. Take 3. I don't know what's going on with this camera. It's very bizarre. It's sun shining outside, yet it's quite dark. So this is the wrap up. I've managed to get off the boggy field with the help of a few of the detectorists. So thank you very much if you're watching. Probably couldn't have managed it without you. And glad I'm on the hard standing. To be fair, he should have parked us all down here and then just walked along, but it is what it is. So I'm just, as I stare into the woods of much silver and pre-decimal coinage from last week, wondering why he didn't let us in there this week, I'll let us reflect. So the first hole was a bit of shrapnel, the second hole was a bit of shrapnel, the third hole was probably, I want to say, it's a bit of tin can, at which point we came onto the field to my right now that we didn't do much of last week. I think I've managed about 40 minutes before my interest was sapped from me. So yeah, it made our way down the left hand side of the field. It's very frosty this morning. I think it was about 1 degree. As I alluded to, we're now sitting at quite a comfortable 5 degrees. Sun's out, blue sky, glorious. Well, you can see it in the background there. Glorious day. All the way down the field was nothing. Yeah, it was literally nothing. And this field has had apparently festivals on it for the last 5 years. Has never been detected. Yeah, just weird. But you got to walk over it, right? And that was weird. I don't know if something's just flown under my car, or it's one of those detectorist folk playing silly buggers. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so last week out of this field we had Silver Denari. That was quite nice. 3/4. Yeah, it had the corner clipped off. Which was odd because it was the same corner, coincidentally, as the Silver Denari that I found. I think it's just come up as 2 years today, actually. I'll put a picture down below. It's not fantastic. Well, I can dig it out and take another picture. But yeah, I'll take a picture. Same day that I found the Emperor Anastasius Byzantine coin, 326 AD, which is also a video on here, but I'll also put a picture of the coin as it is today. Lots to do already. We're 3.5 minutes in, and I've not even told you about my cut half. So, yeah, so then found like a little bridle, little green tiny ring, bridle for bridal. What do they call it? Bridal wear, but not like as in bride and groom bridal wear, but you know, tack, horse tack. Anyway, so found with them. That was quite nice, little green ring. And then I headed right down into the corner where I found this. Can you see it? I think that's upside down. Yeah, bear with. Yeah, so it's kind of been cut at a jaunty angle, but there you can just about see. I think it's King Henry II, somebody told me, which would fit because the other silver hammer I found was a King Henry. 1139. So yeah, he is holding his little staff. I've had a look online, and yeah, it's coming up as a voided long cross. You see that with the three little dots inside the quarters there. Yeah, almost guidelines for cutting, really, aren't they? Probably are. That's probably the whole purpose of them. So just put that in the box, if you excuse me. So yeah, that was kind of it. And then I had a little walk, and then the field really started filling up. And as I probably alluded to in the first video, no matter how much I sort of fiddled around with the sensitivity, I think because of the sheer number of people, I mean, there must be 50 people on this dig. Because of the sheer number, I was just getting so much interference. And I think as well there's a gas pipe runs through the ground there, so obviously they're fitted with collars, and so there was a lot of interference all over, and the sensitivity up and down, and it just wasn't there. And then the noise cancel and the air balance, and it just wasn't doing anything. So I was like, right, can't deal with this. People doing this with their melted. Anyway, So I went down into the bottom field, and I should have known. There's a reason why 50 people just evacuated the bottom field. And people are passing me, and I'm going, had much? Bullets, shotgun shells, cans. I'm like, oh. Anyway, before I knew it, I was in the bottom of the field. So, yeah, and again, nothing to write home with. Got a couple of 303, well, they're probably not 303, but like, oh, they might be 303. 303 blanks, couple of 5.56 blanks. Something that looks like it could be a bullet, but might be an extraction tool. For a cartridge extraction tool. So I don't know, because I've got to clean that and have a look at it. All the blanks are safe. They've all been fired, and the crimped ends are all split, and the shells are empty apart from the mud. So just wanted to stick that little disclaimer in there. A couple of people, however, have been pulling up live rounds and showing me, and I'm like, yeah, you need to mag to grid that, and yeah, just make sure you don't get it hot. Yeah. Anyway, so nothing out of the bottom field. Came back up, had a chat with a few people, and yeah, got my car out the quagmire that was frozen this morning. It's now a bog. So yeah, got my car out of there, and we're parked on the hard standing, having a coffee, chatting to you people. I shall probably finish my coffee and then hit the road. So yeah, good day. I mean, to be fair, I could probably edit both. No, we don't edit. I could probably do both videos while I'm drinking my coffee and stick them up for today while I'm sat here. But yeah, it's turned out to be quite a nice day. Spring may finally be on its way. Alright then, folks. That's about it from me, really. Not much to say. Clearly my dry spell is over. If you've watched a couple of my past videos with the 800, Knox 800, I have been having somewhat of a dry spell. Yeah, but I think it's just getting used to it. It's getting used to it and getting rid of that illusion, should I say, and people are probably going to prove me wrong, getting rid of that illusion in my mind that the 800 and the 600 Knox are exactly the same machines just because they have the same numbers and tones, and and obviously you've got to walk over it, haven't you? You have got to walk over it. And I think coming onto virgin land like this helps, trying out new things. Like I say, I've never been in a woodland detecting before, and I got in there last week and came out with about 10 coins, one of which was silver. So yeah, I think it helps. I mean, people were everywhere. Clearly that is evident. People were everywhere. There wasn't an inch of ground out there that hadn't been dug that didn't have something in the hole that was put there by civilization, be it a shotgun shell, a tin can, a bullet casing. I think someone's found a round pound today, a couple of 2p's. I was looking at a halfpenny earlier. Farthing. Isn't it too big for a farthing? Threepence? Not threepence. Halfpenny bit. Halfpenny. So yeah, anyway, I've ranted on far too long. I'm going to start the car up, get the engine nice and warm, and get rid of the condensation. And we'll go. Sorry folks. And we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.